SAYSFLEX. Welcome. Another Thursday. I'm like 2 minutes late, maybe a minute late. Before we get started, please make sure y'all click the subscribe, follow, support, share, whatever the case may be. I forget to say those things, but here it is. Here I am, right? I wasn't sure what I was going to talk about today. But this is something that I've wanted to do for a while. I wanted to do this for a while. Share what I've been listening to from my record collection, right? I want to do that. I've been wanting to do that for a long time, but I haven't done it. I was going to make some Instagram post on my Instagram page about them. Maybe I will this week. Maybe I will next week. I don't know. But I got a stack, right? I got a pretty healthy stack, right, from my record collection. My record collection is maybe close to 1,000, maybe a little bit over 1,000, somewhere in between that. And I used to buy a whole bunch of records. Now I just pick up the things that I like, and things that I stumble across. But we'll start with this particular group. I don't call them a band because they don't play instruments, but I call them a group. 5-piece. I don't know what you call it. I know a quartet is like 4 people. I don't know what you call a 5 joint. I don't know. But from the moment I dove into their discography, man, I've been a big fan of theirs. So shout out to Fifth Dimension, or The Fifth Dimension. Man, they got a great catalog. Man, they make good songs. Even the songs that they cover become their songs. But yeah, I think I stumbled across their stuff when I was buying records at the record exchange in Silver Springs off of Colesville Road. Kev Brown was working there, and they have the best. That's like my favorite record store of all time. And they like got the best 99-cent like record situation going on there, right? So that's where I stumbled across this joint. Only for $1. For $1. Yeah, so make sure y'all go check out Fifth Dimension. If you don't know anything about them, you've heard their music. I promise you've heard their music. And it's great music. Hello, Zentina. How'd I say it? Safina Plays. Toka Boca. I don't know, but peace. How you doing? Peace. But yeah, make sure y'all check out Fifth Dimension. Great music, great record, great piece of vinyl. They have so much music. You won't be disappointed. I promise you will not be disappointed. This is going to go all over the place. Like, this is not going to be stuff from the 60s solely, but it's going to be a whole bunch of stuff, right? Peace, Kev Jackson. Peace, Kelvin Jackson. Peace. This one is called, I found this record so late, but it's by this trio called Jade, song called Don't Walk Away. Listen, I have played this record so many times. I've played this record. I'm just jamming in my room. And I'm just like, I hit up this girl, Lisa, that I know. I'm like, hey, yo, you know about this song? She's like, yeah, boy, I know about that song. I was like, all right, well, she didn't say, yeah, boy. But she's like, yeah, I know about that song. How do you not know about that song? How you just now I'm finding out about that song. It's interesting because the song is not new to me. When I found it, the record wasn't new. I knew about the song, but your ears get different as you get older, and your taste gets different. And man, I'm telling you, I'll probably rock out to this tonight, man. Love this song so much. Shout out to Jade, Don't Walk Away. I wonder, it doesn't really say who wrote it. I wonder if they wrote it. It's an interesting thing. The album was called Jade to the Max. And here it says available on cassette and compact disc. So yeah. So who knows? I wonder if they wrote it. That's something I should look into. But it's a great song. I mean, great song, great trio. Really like their stuff. This woman I think this is the greatest singer of all times, Mahalia Jackson. Mahalia Jackson, Mahalia Jackson. To me, she's the Steph Curry of it. Even she's a gospel singer, old gospel singer, but her stuff has so much texture. Her stuff, all her stuff is nothing but net all the time to me. To me, she does not miss, bro. She does not miss at all. Please make sure y'all go check out Mahalia Jackson. Her records are easy to find because her discography is crazy. Man, I'm telling you, stuff is so soulful, and it'll make you smile. I promise you, it'll make you smile. I see you like music. Let me ask you some questions. Sure, ask me some questions, Calvin. Ask me what you want to ask me. Most of the time when people be like, yo, let me ask you some questions, it's like bait questions or like strange questions or weird questions. So if you want to ask me some questions, ask me some questions. I'm just here talking about vinyl right now. And for those who don't know about vinyl, you should probably do it already. But vinyl sounds so much different than CDs, tapes, MP3s, wave, whatever you want to call it. It sounds so much different. To me, it does. Has more textures, more warm, has better feeling to it, right? So go check out Mahalia Jackson. All her stuff is dope. All her stuff is dope. All her stuff is dope. I promise you all is dope. And if it ain't dope, let me know. And we can debate. We can debate. We have another woman, another black woman. This album is dope. It's called Come On In Here by Della Reese. Della Reese, Della Reese, Della Reese, Della Reese. I'm telling you, bro. She's a triple threat. She's a singer. She's an actor. You know what I'm saying? And she's off of Broadway. What else? She's done so much. And she dances. She's a triple threat, 100%. I've listened to this album a lot, bro. This is what the back looks like, right? She also has a great discography. I don't think you'll be disappointed. Once again, it's old music with good texture, good vibes, good energy. Yeah, I've listened to this a lot, bro. I've listened to this a lot. I think my favorite song on here is called Blues of the Weepers. Man, you ain't the intro of that song. The intro. It's no drums, good vocals, keys, strings. Yeah, check it out, man. Come on in here, Della Reese. This album right here. Isaac Hayes, To Be Continued. But this is probably one of the, listen, I don't know, and I'm not a crate digger, right? I'm just a hip hop fanatic, music fanatic, right? In my opinion, I don't know a record that's been sampled more than this. In my opinion, probably, I take that back. Let me take that back, right? I don't know a record that has more iconic samples than this. That's just my opinion, right? There's so many like powerful samples that come off of here. And the first one that comes to mind is Smith and Wesson, Mary J. Blige. I don't know if you're into like Pete Rock and the Pete Instrumentals. He had a group on there called the UN, and they have a real good sample. If it's to me a noticeable sample from a song on here called Ike's Rap, and it's like the crickets on there, man. It's like the sound of night. Oh man, it's really dope. But check this record out. You won't be disappointed. And to me, all these records I'm naming, right? All these records I'm naming are great listening material. It's just listenable stuff. It's just really dope stuff. He said, how old am I? I'm 45. That's how old I am. I'm 45. Earth, Wind, and Fire. Reasons by the Isley Brothers. Footsteps. Those are good. Earth, Wind, and Fire. Reasons or Isley Brothers. Footsteps in the Dark. I would go with Reasons. Reasons makes me feel happier. Yeah. The Reasons. You could be baiting me. I don't even know. But that song is, the song Reasons, I think is a really good song. But check this out. Check this record out. And you can make a playlist with all this stuff right here, I promise you. This album is a different one. This is a different one. This is Donna Summers, right? Once Upon a Time. I bought this record. I brought this record on my birthday. I went record shopping on my birthday, and this one is I was like solo on my birthday. I was sad. It was a sad birthday. I was sad, but I think I bought like 20 records, and I think I went and bought like some cupcakes, and I just sat in my house and ate cupcakes and listened to records. Dig, and this record, there's 4 records in here, right? I was disappointed at first. So you got the first record. You got side one. I think is whack. I think side one is whack. Um, but then, right, the album takes a sharp turn and goes into side two and side three. And oh man, does it get experimental. And it gets dope, bro. I mean, it gets really dope and really experimental. Experimental for Donna Summers, and I'm just like, oh man, that's some stuff on there that sounds like Tron. I mean, I was like, yo, this is crazy. Because I wasn't expecting. I was expecting like straight disco, but man, the in between of this record is phenomenal, bro. The in between of this record is phenomenal. Side four, I don't like it at all. So side one, it's whack, but it gets better towards the end of side one. Side two, side three, perfect. Really dope. Side four, I'm good. I don't need to listen. I could not listen to side four ever again and be completely fine. In my whole entire life, I'd be completely fine. This album right here is interesting because it's not even mine. I got it from my man, but my man just never asked for it back, and I was rocking it. But I had this on CD, and I had this on. Shout out to my man Trife, who had the whole album on vinyl, and I used to freestyle to those beats all the time, right? And it's like, yo, Mos Def, also known as Yasin Bey, black on both sides. I'm telling you. Black on both sides. This album right here, I'm telling you, bro, to me, and this is just my opinion, I think Yasin Bey, Mos Def, is the most well-rounded rapper of my generation. The most well-rounded, right? There's no subject that he doesn't have a song about. And there's no subject he doesn't have a song about that he doesn't kill it. Like, dude is supremely nice, supremely dope. Like, dude is just the illest. I always thought he was the illest, man. And to me, he's a great example of what an MC should be and is, right? My opinion. I think he is a great example of what an MC is. He freestyles. He has battle. He can write battle raps, even though he didn't want to write battle raps. He used to battle rap in the early New York times and paid dues. Not paid dues. I forgot the name of that battle. I forgot the name of that legendary New York battle. Paid Dues is the festival that Murs used to run out in California. I forget the name of it, but he has songs about women. He has songs about politics. He has songs about childhood. He has songs about manhood, songs about growth, songs about, oh God, man, songs about beef. Like, dude is just, in my opinion, he's just that dude, right? And I've always thought he was that dude. So shout out to Yasin Bey. Even though when Definition first came out, I thought it was whack. The song Definition off the Black Star album was the lead single. I thought that joint was just, and I said, yo, this joint is whack. But the flip side, on the flip side of that single was Twice in a Lifetime. And that had Black Star, Punchline, and Wordsworth, and Jane Doe. And I think it may have had somebody else, but That's my first, but that was my introduction to Punchline and Wordsworth, and I was like, yo, this dude's Wordsworth is crazy. And my brother Dan or Cash, he's like this. He was like into street rap, right? He was the street rap, and then he heard Punchline, he heard Wordsworth rap, and he was like, yo, that's the worst, that's the best rapping I've ever heard. Like, who was this guy? I've never heard anybody rap that good. And that's Wordsworth, man. Really dope artist, really amazing artist, man. But yeah, but once again, shout out to Raucous Records. And I said this before, I felt like Raucous Records was a record label that was created solely for me and my peoples. He's good, but not the level you putting him on. He's definitely on the level I'm putting him on. Black on Both Sides was crazy work, bro. Crazy work, bro. And anytime he features on something, crazy work. New Danger, I thought, crazy work. Now, if you're talking about his more Yasin Bey's, Mos Def's, his more current stuff, I can see how you might feel some type of way about that. But I still feel like the album The Ecstatic was a great album, great production, great single. That song Auditorium was on there with Slick Rick. Sharp record, sharp song. So yeah, nah, man, dude is dumb nice. In my opinion, he's dumb nice. So yeah, big up to Yasin Bey. Now this album, for this particular group right here, right, this particular band, I can't call them a group, I'll call them a band because they play instruments, right? And people say this is not their best album, and I get it, it's not their best album, but I was on tour and with a band that I'm in called Congo Sanchez, and we were crashing out in Montana. And my boy had this cabin that him and his homies had built, so we're crashing at this cabin because in Montana we had like 4 or 5. We had 4 shows in Montana, so we go to the cabin, we gonna crash, whatever. And my man Andrew Labens has all these records there, and I'm like, cool, I like records. That's what we doing. And I stumbled across this piece of work by The Police, right? And this album is called Ghost in the Machine. I was about to say Ghost in the Darkness, but Ghost in the Darkness is a movie based off a true story about some lions that killed a whole bunch of people, and the James Bond dude killed the lions, but I can't remember the name. Sean Connery. Ghost in the Darkness is Sean Connery stars in Ghost in the Darkness, and then I almost said Ghost in the Shell, which is the anime also. This is the anime, and really great anime, Ghost in the Shell. Not the newer versions, but the older versions, and then you had the Standalone Complex, which was really good. I thought Standalone Complex was awesome. They had the Laughing Man in there. It was a really good anime series for sure. But Ghost in the Machine, The Police, this was a hard album to find. A lot of people don't really rock with it when it comes to, their discography and their catalog. And they don't really get along that way. The band is on better terms now, right? The band is on better terms now, but for a long time they were not on good terms. But I'm happy to see them on better terms. And Ghost in the Machine is an album that I like. I rocked it, and I couldn't find it. And we were once again, I was on tour with that same band, and we're crashing at this girl's house. I won't say her name; she's good friends. And crashing at her house, and but while we're at the venue, I was like, "Yeah, I'm looking for this like Police record, but it's called." She said, "It's called Ghost in the Machine." I was like, she said, "I got a Police record. It's not the good one." I said, "Which one is it?" She said, "I don't remember." So we get to her crib, and we're about to leave the next morning. I said, "Yo, what's up with that Police record?" And she gave me this one, and I geeked out so bad, right? I geeked out because it's so interesting because some of the best records, like some of the records that hold the best memories for me are records I didn't pay for. Outside of that, Donna Sumer's one, right? I didn't pay for this one. Like, it's just a really good memory attached to this record, man. So check out The Police. I'm probably the first black guy you're gonna hear say he loves The Police, but I love The Police, and it's not something black people be saying, but I love The Police. That's a fact. So definitely Check them out. Good stuff. Super duper good stuff. That's a figgity fact. And this album, it's not an album, it's a single. And I got this single on a mixtape made by my man Neil Payne. He gave me a mix CD. And I was like listening to this song on this mixtape. And I was like, yo, this is crazy. This song is crazy. Who is this dude? But the mixtape didn't have no names on it. It was just like mix number like 7. It was mix 9. I think it was like mix like I think it was like 9. They was like mix 9. And so I'm bumping this song, bumping it. And the song is called My Library, right? It's called My Library. And the group is called Define Print. Now, the crazy part about this is I'm bumping this song so much, but I don't know who the artists are. I don't know who the guy is, right? Until I go to this DC party, this DC like hip hop show at this venue called U-Turn. And the group is called Define Print. And I'm friends with the guys, right? I'm friends with the guys. Talk about hip hop, all kinds of stuff. And they get up there, right? And they start performing this song, My Library. I was just like, wait a minute. Ain't no way that's them. Sure enough, it was my man Stylish Chris, who is a great DJ, great MC, great artist, dope B-boy. And I was just like, my God, there's no way that's him. And it was him. And I bugged out to this day, bro. I look up to this guy, Stylish Chris, man. Such a cool dude, man. Awesome individual, great person. You'll see him around DC DJing. He even DJs some of the Nats games. I think he might DJ like some other stuff like NASCAR probably or whatever. But dude is like, he has a great history of hip hop and hip hop in the city. So shout out to Define Print. They're a break off or a splinter from another massive group called the Amphibians, which is also a DC legendary hip hop group called the Amphibians. Check them out if you get a chance. I think they got one album out and a couple singles, but this was before the days of music on the internet. So wait. Nope. I think that stuff is on Bandcamp. But yeah, it's called the Amphibians. In fact, I do believe it was Jihad. So it's Stylish Chris and Jihad. I do believe it was probably Jihad or somebody from their clique who not rallied, but corralled all the songs and put them out on Bandcamp or whatever the case may be. But yeah, shout out to Define Print. They influenced me a great deal, and I was always happy to interact with them and see them. And it was a good time, good time knowing them and whatnot. This one right here, this album right here, some call it the greatest album of all times, the greatest rap album of all time. And they got a strong argument for that. They got a real strong argument for that. I've yet to hear an album, in my opinion, to come and rival it or shift the landscape of hip hop the way it did. For somebody who was just 20 years old, started writing the album when he was like 16 or 17, and released this album, and it was like 94, 95. Let me double check. Yeah, 94, 95. And yeah, few people debated, say this is the greatest album of all time, and that is Nas's Illmatic, right? Nas's album Illmatic. And so crazy. I brought this record from a venue called DJ Hut, right? I brought this from DJ Hut, which brings me back to Define Print, because Jihad and Stylish Chris ran DJ Hut. They owned DJ Hut, right? So it's interesting how certain things go hand in hand, neck and neck, what have you. But yeah. So once again, shout out to Define Print. But certain people call this the greatest album of all time. I don't know if it's the greatest album of all time. You know, people have a strong argument. My favorite rap song of all time is on this album, which is Nas's Whose World Is This? The World Is Yours. It's mine, it's mine, it's mine. Whose World Is This? Right? That song right there, I've probably listened to that song more than any rap song ever. I've kept that song on repeat for like whole trips, like just bumping that song. I just love what Pete Rock did on there. I love the way Nas rhymed on there. I love the way he was connecting his rhymes, the words, like the flow. It was just impeccable. I thought it was real dope. Great choice for a single. But yeah, certain people call this the greatest album of all time. How do y'all feel about that? Right? Yeah. It's a good one. And but certain people say It Was Written was better than this. It Was Written was probably conceptually it was conceptually, right, a better album. It told more stories. However, it was a longer album. So because it was a longer album, it has the opportunity to be a better album because it's longer. If you took the 9 best songs off of It Was Written and put it against the 9 best songs against these 9 songs, what would measure, like, which one would be the victor, right? Which one would be the victor? Oh, here we go. We always come in here with the Nas is not better than Jay-Z. Depends on who it depends, right? I would say, right? Me personally, I would say they both have influenced me greatly. I would say Nas influenced me earlier in my career, as opposed to later in my career, Hove influenced me a great deal. You feel me? So is Nas better than Jay-Z? I don't know. I think Hove makes better songs. I think Hove has better double entendres. But part of me feels like Nas might be a better lyricist. I feel like Nas might be a better storyteller. I feel like Jay is a better rapper, though. I feel like Jay is a better rapper. But that's just my perspective. That's just my perspective, though. But yeah, who knows? But that might change, though, right? That might change. That's always subject to change. My favorite double entendre comes from Jay-Z. It's off the story of OJ. He said, I see you on the gram with the money to your ear. There's a disconnect. We don't call that money over here, dog. He said, I see you on the gram with the money to your ear. There's a disconnect. We don't call that money over here. Yo, there's so many layers in that double entendre. There's so many layers in those 2 bars, bro. There's just those 2 bars. Just those 2 bars. There's so many layers in that. Yeah, so shout out to Hove. He's my favorite when it comes to double entendres. And the style is very polished, right? Very, very polished. I like a polished style, right? That's what me and my boys would get into debates, like who was better, Cardi B or Nicki Minaj. And I was like, yo, I gotta go with Nicki. Her style is more polished. I like polish. And I don't got no problem with grit, but it's just polished. And my boy my fellas was going with Cardi, and I'm like, go for yours. But to me, I was just like, I went with Nicki. Plus, Nicki writes some of her verses. So I salute that. I salute Nicki writes some of her verses. Nicki writes some of her songs. So I salute that. From what I know, Cardi always worked with a writer. Nicki don't always work with a writer. Sometimes she works with writers, and sometimes she has ghost writers. But sometimes she writes her own stuff. So the fact that Nicki writes her own stuff, I salute that. No doubt Wayne wrote for Nicki. No doubt. But she never denied people wrote for her. But she also wrote her some of her own stuff. So like I can appreciate that. Anybody who's writing their own stuff at that level. You dig? This next album is not a rap album. But when they do come out with the hip hop Hall of Fame, they got the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. When the Hip Hop Hall of Fame starts and they have the awards, I do believe Hip Hop Hall of Fame will be the most well-rounded Hall of Fame of all time. Like, it'll be better because hip hop keeps hip hop considers other people hip hop who may not make rap music, right? So there's nobody in hip hop who's not going to say James Brown is not hip hop at all. Like, if you ask anybody who's a fan of hip hop, you ask them, is James Brown hip hop? They'll be like, yeah, James Brown is hip hop. Like, absolutely. James Brown is hip hop. You'll ask them, is Parliament hip hop? Yeah, Parliament. That's hip hop. For sure. You're going to be like, is Isaac Hayes hip hop? For sure, Isaac Hayes is hip hop. You know what I'm saying? Because hip hop music has a cult, it's always pulling from other cultures, right? We sampling. Turntables wasn't meant to be used for what it was used for, but you know what we do. You know what black people do. You feel me? You know what black people do when it comes to what we do, right? We turned it into an instrument. You dig? Like, you wasn't supposed to touch the record. You not supposed to touch the record. What are you doing? The old heads, the super duper old heads, like my old heads, right? They'd be like, my grandmother and my mother, and then, why you ain't supposed to be touching the record? Why you touching the record? And now imagine hip hop if Grand Wizard Theodore never touched the record. You dig? Like, we do that. We turn things into different things, right? Because that's what we do. Black people do that. And hip hop rap music is black music. Everybody's welcome to celebrate it. Everybody's welcome to be a part of it. But rap music is black music. Don't get it twisted. So this next record, boom, Stevie Wonder, Inner Visions. This is an awesome album. Awesome album. My favorite Stevie Wonder song is on this album. It's called Golden Lady. Golden Lady, right? Man. What can I say? I struggled to find this record. I take that back. I didn't struggle to find it. Bama's was just trying to overcharge me for it. My top, those people are hip hop. Who are my top 5 rappers? I'm gonna go with Yasin Bey. I'm gonna go with Prodigy from Mobb Deep. I'm gonna go with I'll put Outkast in there because they influenced me a great deal. They're the reason I even rap. I would say Lupe Fiasco, and I would say who's that fifth one? I would say Killer Army. And those aren't M's, they're groups though, right? Stevie, I'm gonna go with Stevie because Stevie was more well-rounded and Stevie could do a lot more. And Stevie played the harmonica too though. And Stevie just did a lot. And Stevie wrote for the Jackson 5 too. He wrote like a couple joints for the Jackson 5. Maybe it was just one, but I feel like he wrote maybe 2 or 3. Don't quote me. But one of them is actually been released and is out there. So Stevie goes far out there, bro. But yeah, Golden Lady is a great song, man. Please check this album out. If you ain't checked it out, check it out. Check it out. This album. Yeah. I brought it for $1. And I thought from from the amount of times I've listened to it, bro, I would have paid 50 for this. Man, Sergio Mendes and Brazil, 66. Equinox. First song on the record, Chove Chuva. Man, Constant in the Rain. Chove Chuva, cause it in the rain. Yeah, Herb Alpert and Jerry Moss produced this. Didn't even know Herb Alpert produced this. This is my first time looking at the credits. It's interesting. Herb Alpert also has a long discography. Some people say it's dope. Some people say it's okay. Some people say it's cheesy. I think it's pretty solid though. I think his discography is pretty solid. I've heard some great things. I got a couple records from him. But Sergio Menendez, I do believe he passed away last year, if I'm correct. I think Sergio passed away last year. But man, what a blessing. What a great individual. And this was like a really good record. But yeah, I've listened to this a lot, and it's just a good piece of work. But yeah, check it out. Chove Chuva, constant is the rain. I'm getting a little long-winded around here, so I don't want to go too far. Oh, okay, well, I'm coming to the end. Oh, here he is. Here we are, right? Well, I said them once, and I'll say it again. Fifth Dimension. Fifth dimension, fifth dimension, fifth dimension, fifth dimension. I'm telling you. Listen, go get they stuff. Go get they stuff. Go get they stuff. Go get they stuff. Or go to Spotify or YouTube, whatever, wherever you listen to your music at. But go get they stuff. You won't be disappointed. And they records don't even cost a lot. It's so good. The music is so good. Your girlfriend will thank you for it, partner, whoever. This last record, it's like a box set. It's a box set. And my mom was always getting me stuff, right? My mom's always getting me stuff. She's like, oh, I got these microphones for you. Can you use these? I'm like, yeah, Mom, I can use those. She got me a tripod that I use for my cell phone. She just always getting me stuff, you know, because she knows I make music and I'm doing art, and she's always trying to help. Hey, could this work? Hey, can you use this? Can you use that? My mom is such a dope woman, because she's like, if she sees you doing stuff, and it's positive and it's helpful, right? And it's not negative, and you're just on your own journey and path. And she's like, if she'll see you doing stuff, and she'll be like, I'm gonna try to help that person. I'm gonna try to help that young man. I'm gonna try to help that young girl. I'm gonna try to help that young family, because she just believes in helping people when she sees them on a journey. She sees them. So if she see that you into sewing, and she out there, and she sees something pertaining to sewing, she gonna get it for you. Whether you can use, and you can decide if you want to use it or not. But she gonna be like, hey, I got this for you. I saw you in the sewing. I don't know if this is helpful or not, but she gonna get it for you. I'm telling you, my mom is a really dope woman, really good woman. And shout out to those mothers out there. The silent, man, you can almost even say there's a big debate over what is the fifth element of hip hop. You could probably say mothers. I say beatboxing, but you could probably say mothers are the fifth element of hip hop. You can even say that. I might even switch, because so many rappers, right? So many rappers in that time were raised by their moms, right? So many rappers raised by their moms. So many. So like it's astounding how many rappers are raised by their moms, and the moms that support the boys and support the students and support the girls and support the bands, and the groups and the trios. We used to rap at my house every day, me and my friends. And my mom never told us to turn the music down, never said we were too loud. And her mind was like, well, I can see him. And as long as I can see him, then that's good enough for me. And that's what that was. But once again, I'm blabbering, right? My mom got me this record. She said, I got this record for you. And she's like, maybe you could like it. Maybe you will like it. Maybe you wouldn't. I don't know. And when she gave it to me, I about lost my mind, right? It is a box set from Time Life magazine, because my mom is old and she likes Time magazine. I don't even know if they still have it, but when they did have it, she got this Billie Holiday box set. My God, bro, I have played this so much. I have played this box set so much, and bro, I said this a lot, but this is nothing but net. This whole box set is so dope. It's so live. It's got original songs. It's got covers in here. Man, shout out to Time Life. I don't know what else they kind of albums or records they put out, but they put this out and they got this right. You dig? So yeah, this is ill. This is ill. Shout out to my mom Dukes. She got this one super duper right. So shout out to Mom Dukes. Jurassic 5 had that piece with their moms and dads talking about their kids on their album. Oh man, I need to go check that out. I'm not really up on Jurassic 5 and their discography. I've done a couple shows with Charlie Tuna though, and I ciphered with Charlie Tuna. I was on this boat festival called Jam Cruise. And me calling it a boat festival really downplays it, doesn't really give it the credit that it deserves or that it is. Like Jam Cruise is really special. It's like 6 days on a cruise ship, bands playing all day, bruh. Man, from jam bands to hip hop acts to soul bands, funk bands, the list goes on and on and on and on. But several jam sessions, and it's just one of those things that if you're blessed enough to experience it, if you're blessed enough to experience something like Jam Cruise, you should go. Like for real, you should go. It's pretty awesome, a very awesome thing to experience. But yeah, this right here, box set, Billie Holiday from Mom Dukes. Appreciate you, Mom Dukes, for this one. Love you, Mom Dukes, for this one. This is awesome. This is awesome. So awesome. That's the end of my situation right here. Oh, wait, I got one more. Nah, whatever. I won't do that. I've been on here long enough, right? Long enough. But y'all definitely, thank y'all for kicking it. My name is Flex Matthews. Once again, my name is Flex Matthews, FLEX MATHEWS. If you want to follow me on Instagram, I'll probably go live later on tonight on Instagram, and that's FLEXMATHEWS. But yeah, definitely thank y'all for kicking it. I know I had some people sticking around more than usual, asking questions. Quentin Tillman, I appreciate you, brother. Thank you for kicking it with me. Please, I'm here every Thursday at 9 p.m. So please come back and kick it with me. Jeffrey, thank you for kicking it with me. The list goes on and on. Gavi 144, B-Man, thank y'all for rocking with me, man. Who else is on here? Chubby Jules, Chubby Jules, no doubt. Kelvin Jackson. Yo, man, shout out to everybody who just Safina Plays, and yeah, there's more people. But yeah, thank y'all for kicking it with me. Once catch me on Instagram, please follow me on Instagram. I'm gearing up to release an album soon. I've been in the studio a lot. I'm narrowing down the songs to what I want them to be. It's gonna be a good thing. It's been a while since I've released an album. I wanted to come out this year, but it'll probably come out next year realistically. And we'll see what happens. All right. So I want to say God bless y'all. Thank y'all for kicking it with your boy. Take care of yourself. Drink plenty of water. And remember, be nice to people. That's all. Just be nice. You know, be nice to people. It's easy to be nice to the people who are nice to you. But can you be nice to the people who are not nice to you? Just because you're nice to the people who are nice to you, that don't really make you nice. You dig? It's easy to do that. But can you be nice to the people who aren't nice to you? Can you be kind to the people who aren't kind to you? Can you be loving to the people who aren't loving to you? That's the testament of, are you a kind and loving person? Who knows? But anywho, don't want to be too preachy. God bless. Love y'all. Stay cool. And in Jesus' name, peace.